I know what I see. And I know what I feel. But I still believe God. One more time, I know what I heard. It don't sound good all the time. And I know what I see. It looks real dark. And I know what I feel. Sometimes the pain is real, y'all. I still believe God. Come on, everybody, sing this with me. I believe God. I don't care what I'm going through. I believe God. Through the good times, through the bad times, through the stressful times, I believe God. No matter I hear, I see, or feel, I still believe God. Come on, all over the world, say it with me. I believe God. Nothing can stop us. Nothing can hinder us. Now faith, no matter what, I hear, I'll see, or feel, I have a confidence that he that has begun this good work in me, I believe God. Come on, y'all, say it. I believe God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they're mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. No matter what, I hear, I see, or I feel. Oh, I believe God. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and the rivers will not overwhelm you. When you walk with the fire, you will not be scorched. The flame will not burn you. For I am the Lord your God. I am the Lord your God. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. 1,000 shall fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. I believe God. Through my loneliness, through my brokenness, I've been wounded, I've been dejected, I felt disenfranchised. Oh, but I believe God. I've been uncomfortable. Oh, through all of my idiosyncrasies, through my ups, through my downs, through my proclivities, through my weaknesses, I believe God. Oh, I love you, Lord. Oh, I magnify you, Lord. I believe God. I believe God. I believe God.
broken hearted. You are the mender when we're torn apart. You are the light that brightens up the darkness. Weaklings give me who you are. Good God, yeah. Good God, you're a good God. Good God, here we go. You are the healer. You are the mender. You are the light. We see clearly. Tell somebody he's good. Even on my worst days, he's still a good God.
Hallelujah. All my problems are in his hands. Hallelujah. He can remove them. He can heal us. He can restore us. All of your problems, all of your pain, all of your troubles, you can give it to Jesus. All of your burdens, even your cares, all of your struggles, you can give it to Jesus. 'Cause he won't fail. He won't fail. He won't leave you. No, he won't fail. No, he won't fail. He won't fail. He won't leave you. No, he won't fail. All of your problems, all of your pain, even your trouble, you can give it to Jesus. All of your burdens, all of your cares, even your struggles, you can give it to Jesus. 'Cause he won't fail. He won't fail. He won't fail. He won't leave you. No, he won't fail. He won't fail, no. He won't fail. Tell him he won't fail. He won't fail. Tell him he won't fail. He won't fail, you know. He won't leave you. Thank you, Jesus. He won't fail, no. He won't fail. He won't leave you. He won't fail. Come on, everybody, clap your hands if you know he won't fail or leave you. Say, I've seen it.
I've seen it with my own eyes.
Say, I've seen it.
I've seen it in my own eyes.
He keeps every
Keeps every
promise
promise.
forsaken.
Never be forsaken.
And I've seen it.
Seen it with my own eyes.
I've seen him do it.
Seen it in my own eyes.
He keeps every promise. Never be forsaken.
Never be
Say, I've seen it.
Seen it with my own eyes.
I've seen him do it.
With my own eyes.
He keeps every
keeps every
never be forsaken. Say, I've seen him do it. Said, I've seen him do it. He keeps every never be forsaken. He keeps every never be forsaken.
thing that I love about serving God is that with Him, a promise is a promise, is a promise, is a promise. He has given us so many promises in His Word that He would never leave us, that He would never forsake us. Hallelujah. That He would be with us always. His plan is that we would prosper and be in good health. Hallelujah. So I'm so thankful that we serve a God who is a covenant-keeping God. Turn to somebody and tell him He's a covenant-keeping God. You'll never leave me. You said that you won't forsake me. You're right beside me, and that is all that matters. You'll never leave me. You said that you won't forsake me. You're right beside me, and that is all that matters. 'Cause you are covenant-keeping God. You are covenant-keeping God. Yahweh, covenant-keeping God. Yahweh, covenant-keeping God. Will you lift your hands all over the building if you know Him to be that God for you in whatever situation? Come on, open up your mouth all over the building and begin to worship Him. Hallelujah. His promises are yea and amen. Hallelujah. You'll never leave me.
You'll never leave me. You said that you won't forsake me.
You're right beside me.
You're right beside me.
That is all.
And that is all that matters.
You'll never leave.
You'll never leave me. You said that you won't forsake me.
You're right beside me.
You're right beside me.
That is all.
And that is all that matters.
Say you are. Yes, he is. The sun won't smite me, and the moon it will not hurt.
Good evening. This is the day the Lord has made, and we certainly shall rejoice and be glad in it. I was glad when they said it to me, let us go into the house of the Lord, or the ethereal, digital, cyber sanctuary, where the table of the Lord will be spread tonight and the feast of our God is going on. I am so delighted to be here with you on tonight. And the joy of the Lord, in spite of it all, the joy of the Lord is our strength. And with joy, we draw water out of the wells of salvation. 1,000 will fall at our side, 10,000 at our right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee, because the greater one lives on the inside of me. It lives in the inside of you. And because our God is certainly the greatest supernatural power in the entire universe, none of us can ever be defeated. So I want you tonight to lift up your heads, O ye gates, be lifted up, ye everlasting doors, for the King of glory shall come in. Who is the King of glory? The Lord God mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. So listen, come on the platform, come into the cyber sanctuary. There's much that I like to discuss with you on tonight. There's some information I need to make sure that you have on tonight. And I want you to hear from me first before it is posted on all of our social media platforms, particularly the Greater Highway Deliverance Ministry platform, the Greater Highway Temple platform. Of course, is going to be on all of our social media platforms about the celebration of life for my mother, for a shepherd mother, for this great woman of God who has made me what I am. And I put it like that. My mother of myself, my brother Darren and Wanda, of course, the wife of my father, Bishop Liston, Paige Sr. I want to give you some information about that. Let me first start by saying, I have been inundated with a plethora of calls, texts, emails, and my heart truly is just so overwhelmed by the acts of pure love and concern and sympathy and compassion that you have shared with me. I think I'm a man. I try to be a man of many words. I like to have an extensive vocabulary, but in this case, in this situation, which I never thought I would ever be in, of course, people live, people die, but this is a new space, never experienced it before. And, but in this experience, I have really come to appreciate and to love all of you even that much more, who showed your care and your concern, all of your expressions. It has been just absolutely overwhelming. It's been amazing. And let me thank you on behalf of myself, my brother Darren, my sister Wanda, my father. I want to my children, their children, all of our extended family. I want to thank you for every act, every expression of concern. I want to thank you for that. And sometimes doing this thing called church leadership, you don't always have an opportunity to genuinely tell people how much you love them and how much you care for them, because we always get caught up on the small, insignificant things that create offenses, and then we're disconnected. We go from loving people to disliking people. We go from being in people's lives to being completely out of their lives. We go from celebrating them to now vilifying them. And I mean, that's basically, in my experience, what this whole space of religion has really evolved into. Hearing negative stories and scandals and people being exposed. And, but I'm grateful. I am extremely grateful that when people's hearts are overwhelmed and they're broken and they're hurting, that there are people out there, people in my ecosystem, people in my ministry, my father's ministry, my sister's ministry, my brother's ministry. It is wonderful to see the community of faith. I'm talking about Universal now, have come together and have shown me, my family, extreme care and love. And I want to tell you that I truly appreciate it. And it is at these times when pastoring and leading people most fruitful and beneficial. When you see people change, that brings you a sense of gratitude and fulfillment. But when you need people to undergird you and support you and be there for you, it's a tremendous rich experience. So I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for just loving us at this critical time. And I need you all to, if you don't pray for me, if you don't pray for Wanda, you don't pray for Darren, if you don't pray for the three of us, I really want you to send prayers up for my father. My father has been married to my mother for 67 years. 67 years of marriage. I can imagine that. 67 years of marriage. And his life is changed forever. Our lives are changed forever. But I want you to be in special prayer, intercession for my dad. We're going to be here for him like never before. But I want you all to be in prayer for him and, ask God to continue to comfort him with the comfort that he can only provide. I was thinking on today. I don't think I've ever not gotten 2 or 3 days sleep before in my life. I think this is the first time I can remember ever not being able to, for whatever the reasons may be, just what I'm feeling, not being able to rest. And I was thinking today, how you can't really put into words. It's kind of hard to articulate what I'm feeling, what I'm even thinking. It's kind of really hard to quantify them in putting them into words. And even tonight, coming on, I knew I had a responsibility. I had to come on tonight to address the church, address those who follow us. But finding the words to really articulate how I'm feeling is extremely difficult. You're wrestling between grief and some sense of relief. You're wrestling in between all of those emotions, and you believe, or should I say, we believe what we practice as our faith, that we live for this moment, that we live in anticipation that one day we're going to be with the Lord, or that this death is a transport or a vehicle, a pathway to a greater life. But it never quite, I guess, when you experience it the way I have now, and some of you have, it doesn't quite feel the same. It doesn't just have that same feeling of, can I say, satisfaction. It's still something there that's quite, it's empty, if I can use that term. It's an emptiness there. There's not just a sadness, but there's a real emptiness there. And I pray that you all can understand what I'm attempting to say. I know it'd be like ramblings and conjecture to some of you, but it's a real difficult space to define. I know what the scriptures say. I've quoted these same scriptures to other people. I preached it, but now to walk it out, to live it, to actually literally experience it is a bit different than quoting it to someone that's going through it and you have not experienced it yourself. I think it's a lot different on this side now, and I realize now that there are some things that we teach in practice and in theory that do not become a reality until you experience it, and you have to walk through it, and you have to live it, and you have to feel it. And when the cameras are off and you take off the public face, you have to deal with some real private feelings, and realize that this pain, this pain is real. It's a pain that I didn't know that you could feel this type of pain. It was very painful when I lost my niece, Amber. I think about her every day. Now I think about my mom every day. It's just, it's a pain. It's a pain. And I love prayer. I love seeking God. I love all of those things. But this is a pain that you just don't get over this. I don't think this is something that I'll be able to preach my way through. And when I say preach my way through it, preach and teach, I'm gonna do that. But I'm also going to be honest that that for me now was probably more of a therapy to help relieve some of this. But it is wow, it is something that is really as Europe put it, indescribable. I guess that's the best word. It's just indescribable. And it seems like every morning you wake up since Friday, every morning that I woke up, I was waking up believing this is not real. This cannot be real. This is not happening. That's kind of how I woke up. But it is real. It is reality. It did happen. All any of us can do, if I could say anything, any of us can do is in these times, learn how to trust God more. I mean, really learn how to trust God more. I was given some advice, and I'm going to take that advice. I've been getting calls, and I say I'm getting calls from everywhere. It's unbelievable the calls I have received. But one in particular, and my brother, who's gone through this, Pastor Jamal Bryant, he gave me some very moving advice just about the moment, and really taking some time to reflect and not to move through this too quickly, trying to get to the next moment or the next event or the next assignment, but just kind of just move through this, feel it all, take it all in. Don't be afraid to show emotion, to be angry, to be upset, to cry. Don't go to the pulpit. Let other people do that. And I think that to me is something that I'm going to do. I'm not contemplating doing it. I'm going to do it. Tell something else that was very interesting. And I want to thank I really want to thank my brother and my sister for we've always loved each other. But I think this has shown another level of love that we have and for one another, and how our mother wants us to really stick together and be together. And those are things that, as we going through this, we found out separately that was her ultimate, the three of y'all stay together. That's all. The three of you are all you have is each other. And my father, and I think, man, it was for my brother and my sister and us to be there for each other, to cry with each other, to hug each other, to love each other, to say things to each other that we probably never said before in love. Even in this, God has performed ministry. And I want to thank my brother really, who's been through this. He's been through this with his daughter, my niece, and him to give us a lot of clarity based on what he's been through. He walks us through. My brother he walked me through, he walked my sister through, he walked my dad through. these 5 stages of grief. And I thought it was just absolutely incredible when he, he said to us at the dining table, when it's just the 4 of us, and he said, I want to share something with just the 4 of us as a family. And he started going through these cycles, denial and anger and bargaining, depression, acceptance, and how he explained to us, that they don't have to come in order, and you can experience all 5 of them at the same time at different times. But it was something that helped me. It really helped me because I could not understand why I felt so angry. I can't understand. I couldn't understand it. And I think I operated in some level of denial. I'm coming out of that. How does stuff like this happen? Maybe refusing to acknowledge how ill she was, because my mom was so strong. Oh man, my mom was strong, and she's strong, and I guess being in denial that someone that strong and that powerful and that insightful and full of wisdom and so much talent and so much knowledge, you just can't see them being weak like that. I mean, everything that I've learned about finances and managing money and administration, and all that came from my mom. Saving money and being concerned about your credit and your name, and all that came from my mom. Being on time, being a man of your word, all that came from my mom. Being direct and saying, it don't always come out the way you wanted to come out, but she would say, be direct and speak your mind. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and people will like you, people will dislike you. My mom was of that sort. Either you're gonna like me or you're not. It's not gonna be no in between, because my mom didn't bite her tongue. She spoke truth, but my mom was so loving and so giving. She would give you anything. If you went to her, she would give you anything. Now let me pause and say this too. Now, she would give you anything, but one of her mottos to me and to Darren and to Wanda, if you come to get something from her, she gonna give it to you, but along with what she gives, you gonna get a class, a sermon. Most of the time you're gonna get a correction. She gonna light you up with her mouth. I mean, she gonna light you up. And if you couldn't take it, she wait. Now you ain't gonna come get what I got and not gonna take this along with you. That's how she was. But she was a pure person. She was pure. She was pure. My mother was a woman of God. She was pure. And if you didn't like her, you had a problem. You didn't like what she said, how she may have addressed you, but my mom was pure. She was a woman of God. She was faithful to my dad for 67 years. Everything my dad has built in ministry, she built it along. He built it along with my mom. My mom was right by my dad's side every step of the way. The Patterson Church, my dad, my mom, Deacon Nathaniel Foxworth, his wife, the Foxworth children. I'm calling them children. They're adults. They're all adults, you know, but they were right there. All of them from, I want to start naming them all, but all of the Foxworth children, all of them were there. Side of their father, their mother, my dad, my mother, and I want to thank them. I want to really thank them. I want to thank the complete Foxworth family for loving my mother and being there for my mother. And in spite of any difficulties, fallouts that families have, they've always been there. Let me say this. We could talk all these sweet things about my mother, because my mother was sweet and all of that. But we all had differences. You know, man, my mom used to light me up all the time. Man, I remember one time, I don't know what was going on. Something happened, and I got mad at my mom. And I stopped speaking to my mother. I never forget it. Darren reminded me of this of yesterday. He said, man, you remember you stopped talking to mom? I stopped talking to mom, and I'm walking around the house. I'm not speaking to her. I ain't got nothing to say to her. And I guess after 1 or 2 days, my mom realized this Negro ain't said nothing to me in 2 days. In fact, he avoiding me in my house. Man, my mother called me. She said, Junior, because when I was living at home, they called me Junior. She said, Junior, come here. And I came in there. She said, you ain't speaking to me? You done stopped talking to me? And I said, what you talk? She's no. You mad. You don't want to talk. No problem. You ain't got to talk. She said, I don't want you eating my food. Don't go in my refrigerator. She said, in fact, won't you take those clothes off? She said, take them clothes off on your back right now. They're my clothes. Man, my mom was something. My point is, just because you love someone does not mean you're not going to have disagreements with them, but it should not define the love. And the Foxworth family, for us, for the Paige family, they were there from the absolute beginning. Okay, so no matter what differences we've ever had, they have been there from the absolute beginning. Of Patterson Church, they've been there from the absolute beginning. And I'm grateful that I still have an opportunity to pastor a few of them. Dot is not my member. I want to say this publicly tonight. In the midst of my grief, I want to say this publicly. I do not pastor Mother Dorothy Foxworth. I'm saying it publicly so the world can hear me say it. She does not consider me her pastor. My father is her pastor. Now, she comes to my church, but she just comes to my church to keep an eye on me, to protect me, to make sure I'm all right. But she doesn't take any instruction from me at all. She tells me all the time, Liston, my pastor is in New York. Now I'm here. I'm keeping an eye on you. I'm watching you, making sure you all right, but you are not my pastor. So that's one Foxworth I don't pastor. I don't pastor, but I pastor Mark. I pastor Christy. I pastor Tara. Well, I pastor Tara sometimes, but I pastor Tara. I pastor Beverly. All of them. Now they are my members, but Mother Dot, I'm telling y'all, I do not pastor her. And I'm gonna finally admit it to the world tonight, Dot. I do not pastor her. But I want to say something. Dot, I want to thank her so much, and Tara so much. All of them that's been by my dad's house, bringing food. They've been there, looking out for us. And I want to publicly, I want the world to know how much I love you and what you mean to me. Words cannot express. I could not ask for a better family. I could not ask for better nieces, and my one nephew, Big Rick, who I love with all my heart. But I want to certainly say, in particular, I want to say this in particular, and I want her to know it. She may not even hear this, may watch it later, but I want to thank LaWanda Mayfield, my niece, for the tremendous job she did in taking care of my mother. I cannot thank LaWanda enough. And there is nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing that I won't do for her, for what she's done for my mother. She was there, day, night, making sure my mother was fine, taken care of. And I want to thank her so much. You know, again, I'm in that denial stage to a great degree. When I say acknowledging my mom being sick, I'm still traveling. I'm still preaching, I'm going by the house, sitting in for an hour or two, then I'm leaving. And, I'm there battling this whole idea. My mom is going to be all right. She's going to bounce back. But LaWanda stayed right there. I mean, through the thick, through the thin. Oh God. I mean, she was right. I mean, right there. I can't ask for anything more. I mean, you could ask for anything more of her. I mean, she's right there, making my mom sure my mom was eating. And if my mom wouldn't eat, LaWanda, Treese knew how to fuss with her. It was funny to see them go back and forth, knew how to fuss at her. Grandma knew how to make her eat. And it was, so I really want the world to know that LaWanda is just, it was just a blessing to have a niece like that, to make sure my mother was fine. And I know God is going to bless her richly for everything she's done. And I pray God's choicest blessings over her life for what she's done. I mean, words cannot express enough, and how she still continues, how she still continues to stand by my dad and make sure my dad is doing good. On a little lighter note, so I'm gonna start crying. On a lighter note, they take good care of my dad now. They make sure my dad eats and stuff. But my dad likes going to diners and stuff like that. And my sister said, she said, now listen, I need you to make sure. I had LaWanda and Rickley laughing last night. Wanda said to me, she said, listen, I want you to make sure you dad gotta eat. So take him get something to eat. So I put him in my car and we're driving. And I said, Dad, what you want to eat? What you got taste for? He said, anything. It don't matter. I eat anything. I said, let's go to, I said, I'm going to take you to, I forget where I said I wanted to take him because he don't eat Chinese food at all. I like Chinese food. I would have took him to a Chinese restaurant, but he don't eat no Chinese food at all. I don't know why. He don't like Chinese food. So we riding. I said, I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. Because they've been taking you to IHOP and diners because that's what you like to eat at. I said, I'm gonna take you to Ruth Chris, right up here in Paramus. He said, oh no, I don't want to go there. That's you ain't gotta spend that kind of money. No. I said, Dad, that's where we going. We gonna go together. So we go to Ruth Chris. And because I've been there so many times. I know the manager, and I want to thank God for her, Janet, and we come in and I tell her, this is my dad, my mom just passed, his wife, and she, oh, I'm so sorry, and give us her condolences. So she put us at this table, in the corner, in the bar area, and we're not too many people they come there, but not many people. So we're sitting there and he looking at the menu and they came and asked him, what you want to have, asked what I want to have. So he ordered ribeye steak with mashed potatoes. And get that, and I think I had 2 lobster tails and a baked potato, whatever. And I said, Dad, what you want to drink? And I start teasing, what you want to drink? They got any liquor you want. If we want to just drink, nobody gonna know. He started laughing. He said, no. And we got, I think I got me some cranberry juice, whatever I had. And he got water, and he's eating. And he ate the whole steak and all the potatoes. So I get on the phone immediately and I call Wanda. I said, Wanda? She said, what, Liston? I said, I'm at Ruth Chris with Dad. And he ate all his food. She said, what? I said, yeah. I said, see, I found out the problem. Y'all be taking him to these cheap little restaurants and he can't eat them restaurants. So we started laughing. And I told LaWanda and Rickley and the family, they were always laughing at me. And my brother, I finally got Darren on the phone. I said, Darren, listen, man, I got Dad to eat. He said, when you eat it? I took him to Ruth Chris, man. And he ate his steak and ate his potatoes. I said, see, y'all been taking him to these cheap little restaurants. And my brother said, no, you try to spend all this big time money because you think you so big time. And we just bust out laughing about it. I just never realized how impactful having just a moment of dinner with your father or with your parent at a time like this, just spending time and hearing his heart about how much he loved my mom and how much he loved his wife and what he's gonna miss and what he felt and how much more he would have given anything for her, and I know that's the truth. And just to have that moment, and it's something also that Jamal Bryant said to me. He said, Liston, this is a time where you and your brother and sister, like never before. You got to get around your dad, get around your father. And it's something that I know we knew, because everybody has said the same thing to me. From Dana Carson, oh man, you name it. Marvin Sapp. I mean, I've talked to everybody, Edgar Van, different pastors. Bishop Jakes called me yesterday. All these different persons are all saying the same thing, breathe, go through it. Feel it. Let me say this too. It's nothing like having good friends. And Mitchell Taylor, Bishop Mitchell Taylor, I cannot say enough how much I love him. I love him. Mitchell Taylor, I love him. That's my brother. I love him. I love him for real. I love him. He was there standing by my side through all of it. I mean, I really, I cannot say enough about Mitch. That brings tears to my eyes how he walked with me through all of this. He really did. And I'll always be grateful for him for that. He flew to where I was, and I'm grateful for that. You have people that say they love you and they'll be there for you, but man, he wow. I mean, what he's done and standing by me, and my mom loved him. It was funny. It was funny. It was funny today. Darren and Wanda and I was on the phone talking, and trying to put together a list of things, of people. And his name was one of the first names that came out of their mouths. With my brother's friend Joel and others. It was not many. Levada from South Carolina, and just special people to my mom. And Darren was saying, man, I'm looking at this picture right now. I'm in Mom's office in New York. Mitch has a picture, my mom had a picture of Mitch in her office. And she loved Mitch, and she loved Barbara. She loved Barbara Taylor. So these, but I want to thank him. I really want to thank him for being there for me during this rough time. I had a meeting yesterday at a church in Manhattan that we were strongly considering having the homegoing service at. And I woke up really, really not feeling well. I've got bad sinus and cold. I don't know what's going on with my body. I don't know what's going on. And I called him. I said, man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, but my brother and sister's gonna be there. If you don't mind, can you go? Man, he dropped his whole schedule and, went, man, words will never be able to express my gratefulness to him. I mean, really, he really came through for me. Now I wound up getting up out the bed anyway and going, and he fussed at me and hollered at me for coming. But I'm grateful to have a friendship like that that's unconditional. I really am. And the McKinstry family, Pat McKinstry, her husband Luther, her son Luther, has just been, man, they have been outstanding. When I tell you outstanding, it's just been tremendous. And I cannot thank them enough for being there. David at the funeral home allowed us to go in and see my mom. Because I was out of town when my mom passed. I wasn't even in town. I was in Atlanta. Well, I was in where was I at? Where was I at? I was in Florida. Me and Bishop Taylor was in Florida together for a meeting. And then I left the meeting and went to Atlanta. And Mitch was supposed to go back to New York. But I said, Mitch, come with me to Atlanta. Meet me in Atlanta. And without any question, he flew to Atlanta with me. And that's where I was when my sister called me and told me that my mom had gone into cardiac arrest, that she had coded. That's how I found out about it. And my sister was there. My dad was there. My nephew, Ripley, was with me. He met me in Atlanta because we had to do a consecration. And he flew in with all my robes and stuff. And man, it was just, maybe, I know I'm rambling. Y'all, please forgive me. I promise I'm going to get past this. It couldn't have been no more than 45 minutes to an hour from the time Bishop Taylor and Rickley had landed in Atlanta that we're going to a restaurant to have lunch. And I got the call from my sister. And my sister was, of course, extremely upset. And I did all I could to calm her down on the phone and tell her it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Mom, it's going to be all right. And by that time, she put the doctor on the phone for me to talk to. Because my brother was in Jamaica, at a Jamaica meeting, one of our churches there in Jamaica, and wanted to call me. And the doctor told us what had happened, and a respiratory infection, and heart couldn't handle it, and go into cardiac arrest, and they tried to resuscitate her 3 times, but her body physically, everything she had been through, she couldn't handle it. But I want to thank God for my sister putting me on FaceTime, where I was able to see her and tell her how much I love her, and me and my nephew and was together doing that, and my dad was there, of course. It's just been very replaying that back in my mind. I guess that's part of that whole grief process of denial. I should have probably been there. I'm angry because I wasn't there. I'm trying to bargain with that. Well, if I was there, could I have done something? It's a gamut of things that I'm going through in my mind. Now I'm angry. We preach and teach God is a healer, God is a deliverer, but am I wrong for wanting God to do it? Am I wrong for being relieved that God didn't do it? Am I wrong for grieving? And I'm supposed to be a man of faith, a man of God, a bishop. These are all of the kind of things that I'm kind of negotiating with in my mind and in my heart. And I don't know how to negotiate it except just to kind of just go through it. And it's just so much. It's so many things. It's so many things. that I'm feeling at this point. I'm just grateful that I was able to get home to put my eyes on my father and my other loved ones, and of course my children that are going through. Lady Paige is going through, Zelda, everybody, those who live out of town now. It's hard to it's just kind of hard to wrap your mind around something like this. But I think through it all, as we continue to go through this, I think what I am learning and what I am thanking God for is the support that I really feel. I really feel the support. I wish to God that I feel like I did everything I could do for my mother. I love my mother, man. When I tell you, man, I love my mother. Man, I love my mother. And I know all you love your mothers too, man. But I love my mother. Darren and Wanda, we were laughing the other day, and they it was so funny. They said, all of us got a little bit of hazel in us. So if somebody say something to us and we snap, it's that little hazel coming out. But Darren said, you got all the hazel in you. We got a little of, you got it all in you. And I want to thank all of you in advance. Let me thank all of you in advance that if sometime we during this process, if we say something that may be a little curt, I personally don't mean any harm. Maybe it's just part of the grieving process. I said to Bishop Taylor and to I think I said just to Luther, Bishop Taylor, and Mark Hinton, I said, this is going to give me kind of a license to kind of just go off when I want to go off now. And I'm going to blame it on the grief and the loss. But in all seriousness, if one of us say something, we do not mean any harm. It's just, this is probably just one of those little difficult times and difficult moments. Man, this is hard. So let me give you all this, because I'm rambling. Let me give you all this. And I could talk about my mother all night. On next week, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, those 3 days, okay? Next week, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th. Now, a formal post will go out at midnight. Let me also say this. There are a host of people that I did not thank. In particular, I didn't thank Archbishop Emilio Alvarez. I call him Al, who has just been, man, every day. He's like Mitch. Every day they check on me. I got people checking on me every day. Mitch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is by my side. Alvarez, Archbishop, Dana Carson, Mark Hinton, Bishop Jeju Sheard has called me every day. Every day, all day. And I want to thank God for them for just checking on me every day. But next week, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, Okay, Thursday is the 8th. My mother will be lying in state at the headquarters church from 12 to 6 p.m. That's on Thursday. And then the local and state funeral will begin at 6 p.m. next Thursday. So she'll be laying in state from 12 to 6. And then the local and state funeral will begin at 6 o'clock. That's on Thursday. But on Friday, that's going to be at the headquarters church. On Friday, the national service is going to be, it's going to start at 11 a.m., but there'll be a viewing from 9 to 11 on Friday, which will be the 9th. 9 to 11 will be the viewing. 11 a.m. will start the national service. Now, we wanted to have the service in Manhattan, but my dad was very concerned about traffic, logistical things like parking for people coming from out of town. And we kind of wrestled back and forth because we did want to have something in New Jersey because my mother was one of the co-founders, of course, of the Patterson Church. And she is as much of Patterson as she is of New York in terms of being the founder. So what we decided to do as a family, we're going to have the national homegoing service in New Jersey at Community Baptist Church in Inglewood. Okay, that's Community Baptist Church in Inglewood. It's going to be on the post you'll see at midnight, but the address is 224 First Street, Inglewood, New Jersey. Now that's going to be the national homegoing service. So it starts at, wake starts at 9, public viewing, 9 to 11. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to the national service. Okay, that's on that May the 9th, that Friday. Okay, and then on Saturday, we'll have an interment. Will be at 11 a.m. at the George Washington Cemetery in Paramus, New Jersey. The interment will be that Saturday, that morning at 11 a.m. at the George Washington Cemetery. All right. So I'll go over it again real quickly, but I want you all to know that the professional post will come out tonight around midnight. All right. And I want to thank the media ministry of New York City and Patterson for being so diligent in making sure that this was done. It was a collaborative effort. So I want to thank Skylar, LaWanda, of course. I want to thank Trinity, Frankie, David, Alacia. I want to thank all of the media ministry for making this happen. Okay, so you'll get a professional post out around midnight. It's going to be twofold. It's going to give you all of the information about the service times, and then it's also going to provide you information in lieu of flowers, donating to the Hazel R. Paige Scholarship Fund. Okay, but it's going to all be laid out for you. And if I have to come back on and do another live outside of our service times to make it more clearer, I will do that. I promise you, I will do that. I'm committed to doing that. But you'll get a professional post tonight around midnight, but I'm gonna go over it one more time. So if you missed it, you can grab it again this time. Okay. On Thursday at 12 noon to 6 p.m., my mother will be lying in state at the headquarters church in Manhattan. That's 132 East 111th Street in New York. Should be laying in state 12 to 6. And right at 6 o'clock, we will begin the local and the state service, the homegoing service. That's Thursday night. Okay. Headquarters church. Friday morning, 9 to 11. She'll be laying in state for viewing in New Jersey at the Community Baptist Church of Inglewood. Okay, so 9 to 11 we'll be viewing again, but at 11 o'clock we'll start the national service at 11 o'clock. Okay, and then on Friday morning at 11 o'clock, we're going to have the internment, and it's going to take place at the George Washington Cemetery in Paramus, New Jersey. All right. Now, everything I gave you all will be listed on the post. Even I think we will be doing a repass on Friday after the national service. There will be a repass provided, a sit-down repass. But everyone who would like to stay is going to be right there at Community Church. And I want to thank Dr. Lester Taylor for opening up his doors. And I want to thank Community Baptist Church now, their staff. They have been just a joy to work with. I want to thank them. For all of their hospitality. Okay. Yes, the services will be streamed. They will be streamed. We're working on all of that now. They're going to be streamed on the Greater Highway Deliverance Ministries platform. Okay, they're going to be on my platform. So all of the services will be streamed. So you that are out of town, I would like you to log on and be a part of the homegoing celebration for my mother on next Thursday night, Friday morning. Thursday night, Friday morning. I want to thank our moderator, Alacia, for putting it in the comment section of the chat. So if you miss what I said, Alacia, very, very proficient. She's put it in the comment section in the chat, and that you can gather information from there. Okay. The services will be live streamed. Okay. Now, if you want to send flowers, in lieu of sending flowers, because we got so much coming on, on the post, it would be better for us as a family, because they won't allow us to take those flowers out to that cemetery. Okay. In lieu of that, it would be better to make a donation to the Hazel R. Paige Scholarship Fund. Okay. It would be better to do that. You'll have information provided on that particular post, and we'll be able to provide that information for you. Then I even believe I got to make sure that there will probably be a QR code on the post that would even give you more information. But if not, just follow the directives and the instructions that are laid out before you on the post. Every bishop, you'll be getting information from the Joint College of Bishops, and you'll be getting also communication from Bishop Alan Walker, who is the Secretary General for the Greater Highway Ministries. He'll be also sending out some communication as well, so you know exactly what the attire will be for those 2 days. In fact, the the JCOB should have already sent out a letter. It should probably be coming from the adjutants, Bishop Sean Mason, Overseer Robert Nelson. You should be getting some information. Okay. Again, I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for your prayers, and continue if you feel like you want to, please continue. Reach out to my father. It's please do that. Reach out to him. He would love to hear from you. He would love to feel your love and your presence, and he would love to do that. I want as many of you that can come. Please come be with us. My father would literally kill me if I did not extend the invitation to everyone to come. And those of you that cannot come, I understand. Trust me, I do understand. But all I'm asking for you to do is to keep us in prayer. If you can just keep the Paige family in prayer, and then keep us in prayer when this is over, as we've gone through this, because our mother was the centerpiece of all of our lives. She was centerpiece. Our ministries revolved around my mom. You know, she was actively involved, and you could feel her influence in all of our churches. You could just feel my mom's influence, particularly in New York, Patterson, Utica, South Carolina. You could, her presence was there. She was a presence. She was there. So just keep us in prayer. And I know God is he's going to do something special. We're going to cry. We're going to mourn. We're going to grieve. But we're going to praise God. We're going to praise God in spite of it. One thing my dad he taught us as a family, and he's taught our organization. He's taught our church organization. He's taught all of our churches, and we quote it, and it has become one of my favorite mantras. Real praisers always land on their feet. That's what our dad has taught us. Real praisers, real worshipers, no matter what they go through, they always land on their feet. Okay, so I need you all to just please just remember that. Remember that. I know I missed it. You know, let me thank God also for Bishop Eric McDaniels, who called me, who's my brother too. Remember, me and Mitch and Eric, we started this show called Real Talk in the pandemic, and I want to thank Eric for reaching out to me, and we talked a couple of times. Y'all do know the mayor of New York City called me, Bishop Eric R. Figueroa. You know, Eric, man, my mom loved Eric Figueroa. When I tell you my mom loved Archbishop Eric Figueroa and Lady Doreen. My mom loved them. And Eric called me, and Bishop Figueroa called me. Everyone. I mean, man, I can go on and on. Bishop Darrell Dove reached out to me. Bishop Dwight Dove, Delbert, all of them reached out to me. I have not been able to get back in contact with everyone that's reached out to me. just because of so many things going on. But I want to thank all of you. I really do, from my heart. I want to thank all of you who have personally reached out to me. And I promise you, when we get through this, I'm going to personally contact every one of you that reached out to me, sent me a text. John Boyd, Rabina, Geneva Cummings, her husband. I mean, it just goes on. Deborah Hooper, Bishop Gerald C. Brooks. I mean, the list goes on. This is, and I'm gonna call names. Yeah, I'm gonna call names because I think sometimes we don't call names because there's some names that should be called that don't get called because they didn't reach out and call nobody. So I'm gonna call the names of those that did reach out to me and call me. And I want to thank God for Gary McClellan and T. Barry Burkett and men like that that reached out to me. And oh God, it's so many. And when the time is right, I promise you, I'm gonna call all of you. Let me say this. I want to thank Bishop Gerald Oden and his wife Dottie for driving, First Lady Dottie, for driving down to New Jersey and going into New York City to sit and spend the day with my dad. I want to thank you for that. That meant the world to me, and it meant the world to him. Thank you so very, very, very much for doing that. They didn't have to do that, but because Bishop Oden is fighting cancer. He's fighting it, and he looks good. But he got in his car with his wife and drove all the way to New York City just to be with my dad. And I want to thank him for that. I want to thank him. Bishop Oden, you and your wife, words cannot express. I want to thank you so much for making that sacrifice to check on my dad. There was someone else that came. It kind of escapes me now. I want to thank Bishop Carlton Brown, Bethel Assembly in Manhattan, who willingly opened up his church, for us to have the homegoing service there in Manhattan. I mean, just willingly, just anything we wanted, he said we can have it. And I want to thank him so very, very much for that act of love and concern for my family. And we was going to have it there. But my dad wanted to make sure that New Jersey was covered. And that's one of the reasons why we're having it there in New Jersey. And I think it's going to be much more convenient in a lot of ways. Could you imagine that traffic on a Friday going into Manhattan, coming out of Manhattan? It would just be horrendous. But I do need you all in New York, because that's my home church. The New York church is my home church. And I always have a special affinity to the New York City church. I love New York church. That's my church. It's the church I grew up in. We're providing now, coming up with some ways to provide transportation to get people shuttled from New York to the service on that Friday. Okay, so you may have to, I'm sure you'll get the information from my sister, my brother, I'm sure they're working those things out now, and they're passed that information on to the New York City Church, Lambert and them, Sister Lambert and them. And let me say this too. Let me say this. I want, and I can't, I don't know everybody's name, but I know those who I do know. I want to thank people like Classy Crenshaw, Florine Lambert, Christine Grant. I want to thank Matthew. I want to thank Stephanie Everett, the minister of music there, who just does a tremendous job. I want to thank all of them. Elder Herbie Crenshaw. I want to thank Donnie Allen and his wife. Anyone that has ever served my mom that I know, and I know your name, I want to personally thank you for serving my mother. Okay, I want and really taking care of her. Oh man, there's another person, and I'm looking in her face. I know her husband. Man, works at the church too, but her name escapes me now. But Lord, I'm gonna get her name. I'm gonna say her name myself at one of the services. I'm gonna say her name, but she's always there with my mom, making sure my mother was fine. I want to thank you also in particular. Is it Bernadette? It may be Bernadette. It may be Bernadette. It may be Yeah, my dad calls her Bernie. I think it's Bernadette. Bernie, I love you. Thank you so much for how you love my mom and took care of my mom, making sure she got in. Matthew, making sure she got in the building, got to the car. I want to thank you so very much for that. It has not gone unnoticed. Thank you so very, very much for that. Some other names that kind of escapes me, but I'm gonna get it together because I want to thank all of you in particular that showed her that love and that care. I really do. That anything you've ever done for her, I want to thank you so much, so much, so much. Anything you've done for her, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank the women's department, highway. I want to thank Anna Trammell. I want to thank Barbara Sims, Bishop Barbara Sims, who's like my mom's daughter. I want to thank all of them. The Sims family. I want to thank Justin, who travels with me. I want to thank Justin for being there when he travels with me. I want to thank him. That's it, LaWanda. Bernadette Watson. That's it. Bernadette. That's her name. Bernadette. Bernie, thank you. You know what? Bernie gonna be mad at me. I forgot her name. Bernadette. Bernie, I love you. Thank you so much for being there for my mom every step of the way. You were there with my mom every step. I want to thank you so very much. Because you didn't have to do the things you did for her, but I want to thank you for being there and doing the things that you did for her. I want to thank let me tell you something. I want to thank everybody at the New York City Church, every member of my dad's church, every member of my dad's church, every member that loved on my mother. I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you, Travius. Hope I said his name right. The bass player Trey, who I know loved my mom and my mom loved him. Everybody, Alvin, Felder, who who is like a brother to me, and my brother and my sister. I want to thank all of y'all. Y'all are just, words can't express. It just can't, man, it can't express how much I love y'all for just being there for my mom when she was ill, man, just holding her up, holding my dad up, being there when we needed y'all, man. It's so, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And sometimes you all are overlooked because, you know, your names are not always called. But I want to take the time tonight for the world to know, for the world to hear it, that I appreciate you and I love you so much. I mean, it's just you have no idea how my heart loves all of you. And because you're not in the public all the time, and your name may not be called from the pulpit doing a service, I want you to know that I appreciate all of you, all of you. Man, I forget the other Inez. Yeah, that's his name. Inez. If LaWanda's on here, give me the names right, LaWanda. I know Inez and oh man. I mean, it's just so many of them that I know love my mother, Deidre Taylor. I mean, the list goes on. I just want to thank all of you, all the ushers, everybody, man, that I saw how y'all really took care of my mom, and y'all didn't have to do that. You better have did it, but you didn't have to do it. I'm so grateful. I'm really, really grateful. And if you don't hear it, I want you to play this back. Just play it. Whatever you don't think you was appreciated, go back and get this tape. We appreciate you. We love you. We honor you. We thank you so very much for all the love. And Patterson, I want to thank you all for going to New York on this past Sunday. I thank you. Listen, I believe I got the greatest church in the entire world, and I can't believe I thought about leaving y'all. Y'all are the greatest church in the entire world, and I want to thank you for all the love that you have expressed towards my mother and all the support. I mean, thank you so much. Thank you, Frank, for standing in the gap when I'm not there. Pastor Hattie, you're a godsend. I thank God for you being there and standing in the gap. All the elders, Tina, that does such a tremendous job, music ministry, Earl and Kevin and Sean, Tevin, what's the other bass player I like? I forget his name now. All of y'all, man. I appreciate all of y'all. I really, really do. Iris, Maggie, Elder Tracy, Brock, man, all of y'all, all the intercessors, Frankie and Minister Michael, we call him Mikey, Minister Michael, all of y'all, man, I love you. Trinea, Shayna, Wanda, Shanta, Greg, oh man, Jermaine, that's his name. Thank you, Denise, Bernie, Jermaine. I love you, Jermaine. Thank you. all of y'all, trust me, all of you all, thank you, thank you so much. Anielle, her family, Tina, Tina's daughter, all of you all, thank you so very much. I mean, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all just, my heart just, I love y'all so much. I can't thank Deacon Mark enough. I can't thank Deacon Sherman enough. I can't thank Deacon Stevenson enough. I can't thank, let me tell you something. Trinity Miller is a tremendous blessing to our church. I mean, she connected Frankie, and man, they've taken our ministry to another level. And I want to thank Trinity. Thank you so much. David and Kershaw and man, it's so many of you all, Janelle and Whitney and who else am I missing? Janelle, Whitney, Latasha, all of you. And I want to thank God for the judge, Cassandra, Corbett, Doreen Bryant, Uridell Davis. These are names just coming off the top of my head that have been such a blessing to our church and have really stuck by me during these times. And though Michael Bishop, I cannot forget Michael Bishop, Kobe, legend, and though he's not in our church anymore, and he lives down in Georgia, him and his wife, Bishop Alan Walker, and his wife, Alicia Walker. I want to thank them for the years of service, but I want to thank them also for loving my mom and being there for my mother through it all. I want to thank them. I want to thank them for loving Mother Paige. That's what Alicia would call her, Mother Paige. I want to thank you for loving my mom like that. All the deacons of our church, Mitra, Arnett, Mother Smith, Mother Reyes. I can't name everybody. These are some of the key people that come to my mind. And if I forgot anybody, y'all charge it to my grief tonight. Just charge it to that. But I want to thank y'all. Nonetheless, I want to thank you. Nonetheless, and I want to thank God. Let me tell you something. I think I've got the best brother and sister that any sibling can have. I got the best brother and sister that any sibling can have, and sometimes it causes these type of things to find out how much you love them and how much they love you. Sometimes something that looks bad and feels uncomfortable can be something that ignites and triggers something even greater. And I want to thank God for my brother and my sister, who I love with all of my heart. I mean that. I love them with all my heart. If I had to draw a picture of what a brother or a sister would look like, it would definitely look like them. It would be them. It would certainly be them. We fight hard. Man, we fight hard, and we love even harder. And it has really been a joy to even get to know them even better during this. It's just been a joy. It really has been a tremendous joy to get to know them even better through all of this. It really has been a joy. And it's just been hard. So I want to thank all of you again for everything that you all have done. All of the pastors of our fellowship, I want to thank you for your heart and your concern. And you know, I had a dream. And I don't dream. I don't dream. But I had a dream on last night, and I do not have dreams. Well, I guess everybody dreams, but I don't ever have dreams like that. And in this dream, we was in this big room, and I guess because my mom is in my mind so much, and I had to write this stuff down. I was in a room, this big room, with people from everywhere was in this room, and I saw my mom and my dad. And my dad was right behind, or like standing right behind my mom. And it was like, you ever seen them reception lines where people are coming up to you and you speak and they keep going, they speak and they keep coming, they speak and they keep going, they speak and they keep going. And I saw this line of people and they were lining up, and my mom was hugging all of them, one by one, hugging all of them, hugging all of them, hugging all of them. And then I got to the end of the line, and she hugged me, and she hugged me tight. But it was strange because I didn't see my brother and my sister in the dream. I just saw my dad behind my mom, and she hugged me and was squeezing me tight. And she said, I love you all. And it was like she was talking to me. It was like she was talking to me, Wanda, and Darren. She said, I love you all. I love you all so much. And she said, you all are so special to me. And the dream blew me away. And immediately I kind of woke up and I said, man, this is strange. So I wrote it all down, and I sent it to Darren, and I sent it to Wanda. And strangely enough, Wanda said to me, she said, Liston, she said, it was mom probably comforting you because you were not there when she passed, and that she wanted you to know that we're all special, and that we're all loved, and that you're going to have an assignment to make sure that you keep all of us loving each other and staying connected to one another. And my sister said that to me. So, of course, that kind of messed me up when my sister told me that today. And I kind of recommitted in my mind, you know, that offenses will come. Offenses will come, but we cannot have any offense that's going to separate us as family. Okay. I think that to me, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Because I think people do things. I get it. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has their different personalities. Everybody has differences of opinion. Everybody has what their own mindsets. I get that. But there comes a time when we cannot allow those differences like that, any difference to separate us, not when you're family, okay? And I think it's more important. I'm learning, this is what I'm learning, that is so much better to resolve the conflict. Try to resolve the conflict that you can really stay tied and linked together. And I believe. Now this is I believe for me, that's what that whole dream meant that my mom loved everybody. That's the first thing I believe. She loved everybody, and she loved her children all equally, all the same. And maybe me, because it's my dream. I guess it's just my dream. One of my goals is to make sure that I don't let anything hamper the relationship of my brother and my sister, me and us staying linked and tied and strong. I'm talking about strong together, because we're stronger together than we are apart. And that's one of the things I've seen, and I'm appreciating even more, that I do not want my mother's legacy, my father's legacy to be marred and tarnished because we can't get along. That's never going to happen. I don't, it's nothing has happened in our lives that's that important. There's nothing that will ever happen, in my opinion, that's gonna stop that legacy of love that she's given to us. And I think you're right, Chris Burton. I think you're right. Dreams bring me comfort, excuse me, and assurance. I believe that. I really believe that, and I believe that was because I don't dream like that, and I certainly I can't ever remember having a dream about my mother. And it was so vivid, it was so clear. And when I woke up, I didn't wake up in fear. I didn't wake up scared. I didn't wake up mourning or crying. I woke up with a peace. That's the better way to say it. I woke up with the peace, and I shared it with my brother and sister. And my sister, strangely enough, gave me what her interpretation of it was, and I was blessed by that. I really was blessed. I was blessed by that. And one thing I'm learning, though I may be considered the one whose ministry is more public, out front, just public, that they're still my brothers and my sister. That's still my brother and my sister. We come from the same, out of the same womb. We were loved the same. I was never preferred. We were always treated and loved the same. And I think that, again, I think that also for me, I think that dream also for that brought me that type of comfort. I think that for me, I'm just happy to know. I'm just happy to know that we're gonna be together. That brings my heart more happiness and joy than anything. Because we pastor in different places, so we don't see each other that much. But this has created another synergy for us to be more intentional about staying connected and being connected and realizing that all we have is each other. You know, that's it. All we have is each other. So I want to thank God for the greatest brother and greatest sister than anybody could have asked for. Wanda and Darren, that's my sister, and that's my brother. And some of y'all may not know this. Me and Wanda, we have the same birthday, December 29th. I won't tell you her year, because she won't want me to tell you her age, but I won't tell you her year. But we were born the same month and the same day. I won't say how many years apart. But I love my brother and I love my sister. So I think I have rambled enough tonight, to say the least. Again, thank you all. Please come celebrate with us. It's going to be a celebration. If you missed anything on this particular post, this broadcast rather, please see the post that's coming out tonight. Please see the post that's coming out tonight. And that'll give you all the other information. All right. Please tell, if you see them or you hear from, tell my brother and sister, I think I did a good job tonight, because they didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I know Wanda didn't think I was going to be able to stand up under all this pressure tonight, but hopefully you got all the information. Now, you know what I didn't do, and I think I messed up. I think I got Darren Gale, Bishop Gale, and Tanisha. I think I had them backstage the whole time. Frankie, if they're backstage, Lord have mercy. Can you bring them to the front? I didn't mean to overlook them. Are they backstage? If they're backstage, you can bring them to the front. They say, oh, Tanisha,
You did so good.
Tanisha, I'm so sorry. You know what? I started talking and I forgot. Lord, Darren, y'all forget, man. I started talking and I forgot I had y'all backstage. Let me apologize. I'm so sorry. I started talking, and it's my grief. I'm gonna blame it on my grief. It's my grief. I forgot, but I thank y'all. I love y'all for hanging in here with me. I love y'all. And Tanisha, Saints, I was with Bishop Gale on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
For he paid off his building, and he had a tremendous mortgage burning service on Sunday. Now, I didn't want to go, but I had to go because my father told me I had to go fulfill that assignment. But Darren and his lovely wife, Roxy, and the Life Shift Church, they loved on me. They tolerated them 2 bad sermons I gave them on Sunday. They tolerated the emotional sermons. They tolerated me. But Darren, thank you, man. Thank you so much,
Bishop. We love you, man. We love you. We love the Paige family, and we're glad to be a part of what the Lord has called for you to do. And my wife and I will be flying to New York to be a part of the homegoing service on this week. We love you.
Oh, man, I think
as a matter of fact, can I say this?
Sure.
Man, when we put you on the plane and came back, I sat around the house, Dr. Snowden, and I said, man, I miss Bishop, man. We had such a marvelous time. I missed his presence. I mean, listen, Dr. Snowden, only Bishop Liston Paige can tell me, Darren, take out the chairs, basically to accommodate the other bishops that's in the room. Darren, I said, the next thing he's going to tell me is get water and juice for the bishops. And I love it because guess what? He's my leader, man. I mean, we love you, man. We love you. Thanks for coming, Bishop. Thanks for coming. And I'm telling you, Bishop Paige preached on the times got better. Dr. Snowden, I don't know how I'm going to preach on Sunday. I really don't know. I was just thinking about replaying his sermon and we just sit and watch it.
I love it.
I'm serious.
He just talking. He's trying to make me feel good. That was a very emotional day. I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could under those circumstances. But Beautiful facility, beautiful church. God has really blessed Darren, and I'm very proud of you.
Thank you, Bishop.
Extremely proud of you, and it was my honor to be there, and it's certainly my honor to have you on the platform. Tanisha's honor to have you on the platform. I know you got something to say, so I'm gonna let you say something. I know you got something to say.
No, I love you. I always knew that I love you and that you're a spiritual father, but like all these years, like I was counting, I think it's maybe 23-ish of these years. And when you shared, when the news was shared, when you shared the news with us on Friday, we shut down our whole family. We didn't move, and we couldn't come on Sunday because we had an obligation with the boys that we couldn't break, because we've been breaking all the obligations for their sports to be in church all the other times. So we couldn't break it this time if they get in trouble. So we were sitting around like the family watching the service, and we were in solidarity with you the whole time. And I just want you to know that you're loved. Okay. You're very much loved.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent you a voice message.
You know what, Tanisha? You're not gonna believe this. This is the truth. I saw your voice message today, and I was too afraid to listen to it.
It wasn't even bad.
I was afraid. You know why? Because see, Tanisha knows me, and I knew she was gonna have some clinical therapeutic stuff to share with me, and I wasn't really ready to hear it, you know. So I purposely did not listen to it. And it's amazing. I'm gonna tell you what's funny. My voicemail box never gets full. I'm talking about never gets full. Alan called me and he said, Bishop, your voicemail is full, man. Can't nobody leave you any messages. And I said, Alan, I'm gonna be honest with you. I let it stay full for a reason. Because I don't want to listen to no messages. Man, I got about, I think I was telling my brother today, my sister, I got about 1,300 and some texts in my phone right now that I have not had an opportunity. I just haven't. You see, the wonderful thing about the telephone, this is the wonderful thing about the telephone, is that if you're in my contacts, I can see who's calling and I can choose, I don't want to talk. And the other thing about my phone, I got it kind of set up that no block calls come to my phone. So if you calling me trying to be slick or something with no caller ID, it's gonna go straight to voicemail. That's how I had it set up that way. So true story today. This is a true story today, Tanisha, Darren. True story. I get a call. I'm gonna tell you the time. Tell you the time I got this call. Y'all gonna laugh at this. You all are going to have a ball at this. I'm gonna tell you the time I got the call. I got the call. Let me see. Hold on. I got a call at 11:49 a.m. from, it says Pastor Marvin Winans, right? I saw his call, so I answered his call. Hey, man. And of course, Bishop, Liston, so sorry for your loss, da-da-da-da. And then he said, I didn't know your phone was set up that you don't take calls with no caller ID, because he was trying to call me from a private number, from another number that my phone didn't register. I said, yeah, man. I said, he said, I've been calling you. And I looked at my phone. I said, well, let me see. He had called me maybe 4 or 5 times, but it says no call ID, no call ID, no call ID. So it goes straight to voicemail. And because my voicemail is full, It may be empty. It may have a few slots now because I cleaned a couple of them out today. But the wonderful thing about the phone is that you can pick and choose when you want to answer it.
You can.
And like I told you all last night, like on our leadership, you know, there's times when I want to talk and there's times I don't want to talk. And usually the time when I want to talk is an ungodly hour, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when all of y'all are asleep. When I can't sleep, that's kind of when I want to talk. But you know, most of the time, you know, I'm like that mentality now of Job. He had 3 friends that showed up, and they were good friends for 7 days. On the 8th day is when it kind of started going downhill, because that's when they started talking and saying stuff. So I'm kind of like, listen, I know all the Bible stuff. I teach it. Come on, Tanisha, you've been with me for 23 years. You heard me be very insensitive when family members have died, and I've gotten up and said, you know, you let the dead bury the dead, move on through it. You know, God's going to give you strength. But you say those things because that's what you were taught. That's what you saw. It was ignorant. It was a lack of understanding, a lack of inexperience, because you've never been through that. But now that you have been through it, you realize you just don't get over it. You just don't move through it. You just don't keep on going. You know, grief hits. It don't ask you when can it come. It just comes. I cry now and don't know why. Well, I know why I'm crying, but I don't know where the cry came from. Why am I crying now? I just got off the phone laughing and being comforted. Now I'm crying. It's different. Driving down the road today, you know, I think I was out one time, just literally out one time today, and just driving, coming home, and stopped at a light, and I had a memory of my mom at that light, even in my car or something, and automatically, bam.
Yep.
Got to pull over, or you got to drive. You know, tears streaming down your. It just, you don't know where it comes from. I never knew that. I never experienced that before. So this is all. It's all new. You know, you want to be around people, but then you don't want to be around people.
Right.
You want to be around people, but you want people to be quiet when you're around people. They want to talk. You want to be quiet. Then you want to talk. It's
mixed emotions.
This is my experience.
Right.
You know, it's a gamut of emotions. But I tell you this, I'm gonna tell you something that's real. Depression is real.
Yes, sir.
It's real.
Yes, sir.
And one thing I have promised, I think I promised myself, after seeing how hurt, I'm hurt, Darren's hurt, Wanda's hurt, my dad is hurt, seeing Rickley hurt, LaWanda hurt, hearing my daughter hurt, son hurt, Lady Paige hurt, Deborah hurt, seeing our inner core family, LeBrie, all of them hurt, Otis hurt, grandkids, all our grandkids are hurting. I mean, all of them hurting deeply. You know, Deanna, Fallon. I mean, seeing them really hurting deeply. Man, it showed me I cannot allow this to put me in a dark hole, because it's very easy to go there. I can't go there. I cannot go there. As much as I would like to go there, I cannot go there. I I cannot go there. So I like today, I gotta pull the curtains open. I gotta let sunlight in. I can't stay in the bed today. I cannot allow this allergy, cold, this sickness. I'm not feeling well. I cannot lay here and I can't do it. I cannot do it. I gotta get up and I gotta do something because I'm telling you, depression, loneliness, man, it's a real thing. When you lose something that you love, man, I mean, I love my mother. When you lose something that you love so much, man, I'm telling you, it takes you somewhere. And if it had not been for the Lord, all that stuff now means something. Before you quote those scriptures and people get up and shout, if it hadn't, no. When you go through loss, devastating loss, the person that brings you into the world, right, man, this is the person that gave me life. But I'm gonna tell you something. Tell you something real powerful. Nisha, Darren, tell you something real powerful, and I hope y'all can appreciate this. I know I'm rambling, but I want you to appreciate this. The only comfort and consoling I have is that I can see my Father, the other person that's responsible for having me in the world. I lost my mama. I lost her, but I still have my Father here. Yes. Who is responsible as much as she is to get me here. Yes. And I can't allow myself to go into a dark hole because I got him. If I don't live for nothing else now, I gotta live for him. I gotta live for him. Until God, whatever God decides to do, I gotta stay here for him. I gotta stay here. I gotta stay strong. I gotta stay vibrant. I gotta stay positive for him. And I gotta go in private. I'll go in private and grieve and hurt. I'll cry. He'll see me cry. But in terms of, man, we gotta move. We gotta get up. We gotta keep moving. We gotta go through this Red Sea. We gotta cross this Jordan. We got to keep on going. We can't stay parked here. I got to do that for him, but I'm telling you, Tanisha, I'm telling you, Darren, man, Saturday, getting on that plane was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Flying them 3 hours was the hardest. It was the hardest. Man, it was just so difficult. On that Sunday morning, it was difficult. What made it easy, I got to church. I was loved on. Darren, his wife, they loved on me. They gave me space. They loved on me, gave me space, loved on me. Being in church, ministering, they gave me strength. Man, when that's all over and you go back to the hotel room by yourself, you gotta start ruminating and thinking about, man, if you're not, I'm telling you, if you don't make a conscious decision, I am not going to allow this to take me to a dark place. You can go there very easily. And I'm gonna be very honest with you with this. The person that helped me with this was my brother Darren. That's why I love him so much. He helped me with this before I even left. He said that to me. He said, Liston, I've been through this, Liz. He said, bro, I've been through this. I need you to hear me as my brother. Hear me as your brother. You cannot let this get you in a dark hole. He said, it's easy. I know what it's like. I've been there. And because he's been there,
Right.
he's younger than me, but he's been there. I said, Darren, I'm gonna lean on you. He said, lean on me, and I'll lean back on you.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda said, lean on me. And I said, Wanda, you lean on. And that's what I'm finding in it. The three of us are, we're laying and leaning on each other through all of this. But I'm telling you, the pain of this, it goes so, I can't even, man, I can't explain the tightness, it's the emptiness. It's something you can't even put your finger on it or describe it. Now, if you didn't love your mama or your daddy, and they've passed on, and you didn't feel that, fine. I'm just telling you how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
How I'm processing this, and I'm not trying to pray my way through it. I'm not trying to speak in tongues through it. I'm not trying to do any of that. I want to feel it all. I want to feel all these emotions. I want to process them. I want to go through them, because I had a real mother. I had a mother that nurtured me. I had a mother that loved me. I had a mother that loved me. Man, there was nothing my mother wouldn't do for me. Nothing. When I say, I mean absolutely nothing. My mother would, man, I could ask my mother for anything. Now, as I said earlier, you can ask her. You can ask her. And she would, after she finished going off, fussing and hollering and telling you about yourself, say, all right, come on, let's go. Let's go to the bank. Come on, let's go. I got you. What you need? What you want to buy? What is it? A house? Come on, I got you. But you should have did this. You should have did that. You should have did da. And after that, okay. Now next time, don't do it that way. Do it this way. Come on. Call my dad and say, honey, Liston has a need. Is it all right if I go do X, Y, and Z for him? I done seen it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm talking about, I lived this. I done seen it. My mom said, hey, now, and she was always tease me. She said, now listen now, don't you spend up all your inheritance making some bad decisions. And I just go to laughing. Don't you mess it up now. And we laugh and go back and forward. But there was never time. I'm talking about never a time. Mm-hmm. If I needed to talk late at night, fly to my parents' house, my dad be asleep. I'll go in their room because me, Wanda, and Darren, we all still had keys. And we got the codes today. We can get in the house anytime we want to. We got access all the time. Man, I just thought about that. That's gone. That's gone. That'll never be anymore. But I'm talking about, I can get up 3 o'clock in the morning. I've done it. I'm sure Darren and Wanda's done it. Go in their room. They sleep. Touch my mom. She'll wake up. Hey, what you doing here? And Ma, I got a problem. I need to talk to you. No, wait till in the morning. Listing you crazy. What is it? And we talk, and she'll say what you need to say. Wake my dad up sometime and say, Liston got something to say. This is on his heart. Listen to him. I mean, these are things my mom would do for me. Yeah. I've seen times when I've been hurt in church. I mean, hurt by people in church. Man, go to my mom. Say, Mom, I don't think I want to do this pastoring thing no more. I don't do this. I don't. And she say, Liston, stop it. You can do this. This is what this is all about. You're going to be hurt. And she fuss at me about that, about, get yourself together. You a man, get yourself together. And then, my mom wasn't always a just out of the clear blue sky, affectionate person, but she knew when to hug you. She knew when to come and embrace you and kiss you. She knew when to do that. And there's tender sides of her that only I saw, Wanda saw, Darren saw, and my father saw. I know that for a fact. There's a tender side of her that she would only let us into. And my mom was hurt a lot by people. A lot of people, church people hurt my mom. First time I ever saw my mom cry was teaching a Bible study. I tell this story all the time. I'm sure you heard this story. Darren ain't heard it. That's why he done got so close to the camera. He want to hear this story. My mom was teaching Bible study one time, and her alleged friends, and I must have been 13 or 14. I don't know if Darren or Wanda remember this, but I'm sure Wanda and Darren remember it because I'm sure they were around. But we weren't in the big church that we're in now. We were in a storefront church on 115th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. Storefront church. And my mom was teaching Bible study. My dad had left her in charge to teach Bible study. And they teaching, and they asked my mom a question about a Christmas tree. Because we was raised strict apostolic. And Christmas trees and lipstick. And we had a member join that my mom took to. In fact, her name was Teresa Hairston. I never forget it. And Teresa was from Baptist Church, but she had moved to New York, New Jersey, and she worked on the same job, I think as a temp, because my mom was a major accountant for PepsiCo, and they met on the job, and my mom invited her to church, and she wound up becoming one of my mom's daughters and started playing as a minister of music at our church. But she didn't fit the description of what we were taught. No pants, no makeup, no jewelry, Christmas tree, all of that. So quite naturally, they asked my mom when my dad wasn't there in a Bible study, and she had just started ministering. So she wasn't experienced how to, answer those kind of questions. So they embarrassed my mom. I won't name the persons because I remember the persons right now. I won't say their names. They embarrassed my mom. Man, that thing hurt my heart. And I think what hurt me more, and I'm still a kid, so I'm not understanding all of the dynamics.
Yes, sir.
But I remember upstairs, because we lived above the church. We lived in a brownstone. The church was on the lower level, and we lived on the top in Manhattan, a brownstone. And never forget it. We upstairs, and my mom is sitting on her bed, and the door's open, and she's on the bed, and she's crying. Never saw my mother cry before. And I walked in, and I said, "Mom, you all right? Mom, you all right?" She said, "I'm all right." She said, "I'm all right. I'm all right." And she wiped the tears. And then the phone rang. It was my dad. And she said, "Hello." And she asked me, she said, "Junior, I want to talk to your dad privately." And you didn't listen to grown folk conversations back then, And so I walked out and closed the door behind me. But I can remember very vividly her crying and telling my dad they embarrassed me. I remember that. And I walked away from that encounter, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. And I made up in my mind, because I wasn't in the church anyway. I didn't like church anyway. I made up in my mind. First of all, I never want to be a preacher. That's number one. But number two, if I am ever called to be a preacher, no one, and I mean no one, will ever be able to ask me any biblical question that I would not be able to answer. So that was one of the reasons why I've always been so fixated
Hypervigilant.
with academics and learning and reading and seminars and college and seminary. That's the reason why I've always been so fixated in being prepared, memorizing scriptures, and because that traumatized me. I found out that later that traumatized me, and that's one of the reasons why I'm so driven for the excellence of knowing scripture right and hearing it extricated right, or explicated right, or exegeted right, or whatever we want to call it. Hermeneutical things being, that's the reason why I know I am the way I am, because of that. But again, it came from an experience
with your mother.
With my mother.
Right.
So all of those things kind of help, shape me. When I was playing drums, oh man, I used to love the drum. I used to love the drums. And my mom would take me to my drum lessons. I used to love the drums, loved them so much until I made a tape. One day I made a tape. And this is all true stuff. I made a tape and I mailed the tape to Savoy Records. This is back. I'm 17 years old. Mail a tape. Savoy Records gets the tape. At that time, the president of the company was Fred Mendelsohn, white man, Fred Mendelsohn. His executive producer at the time was Reverend Milton Bigham at that time, right? Milton Bigham gets this tape in the mail, puts the tape, it's a cassette tape. He can tell the story almost better than me. Puts the cassette tape in his office, calls James Perry in, who's a keyboard player at that time for the company. James working with Milton, and they play this tape, and all the tape is drums. Just drums, all this drum stuff. Milton said, he said to himself, if someone is crazy enough to send me a tape with drums, I gotta meet this nut. And I would call the company every day. I didn't know what I was doing, just 16, 17 every day. Did you get my tape for drum? And one day Milton clicked on the line from the secretary and said, this is Milton Bigham, producer, Savoy, and I told him who I was. He said, well, I want to meet you and come to my office. And my dad, I never forget it. My dad drove me to Elizabeth, New Jersey, where Savoy Records Company was, the executive office. We went there, got on the elevator, went to the office. Milton had me come in. He introduced me and my dad to Fred Mendelsohn, put the cassette back in, played it, replaying all these drums. He never said nothing bad to me. He said, oh, okay. He said, well, I tell you what, I play for a church in Newark, Mount Vernon Baptist Church. Here's the address. I want you to come to one of our rehearsals, and I want to hear you play live with James and the rest of the musicians. And that started our relationship. And then, of course, we brought Milton to the church, and then Milton was the one who was really the impetus to starting our radio broadcast back then. He put all that together. The radio broadcast.
Oh yeah.
That my dad had. So, but it all came through my mom, and it's when I think about it, my mom had my mom just had a lot of wisdom, I mean, she was the one who would give me, would tell my dad certain things about giving me freedom to do, to travel, because I think my first trip away from home from my parents was with Savoy Records. I think, if I remember, I went on a plane to Washington, D.C. with Fred Mendelssohn and Milton Bigham to hear a recording in Washington. And then he started taking me around the country to play with him and in workshops in Chicago with the Barrett sisters and what's his name? Clay Evans I met. I mean, all these different people, Maceo Woods, and I mean the list goes on. Inez Andrews, Dorothy Norwood, Zenobia Jeter, Julius Cheeks. I mean, it's just an array of different artists that I had the opportunity. I played for Shirley Caesar on the road with her for 2 years, basically, like 2 summers. And I'll never forget, Milton called me and said, my mom didn't like it. My mom really wanted me to be home. My mom called Milton and said, he want to be out there on that road. He need to be home. He need to be back in school. And Milton called me and said, listen, you need to come off that road, getting on a travel bus, playing for anybody. And he sent me a plane ticket and flew me home. I don't know where we were. And I just left like that. I mean, those are the type of things, but it all stems back to my mom. All stems back to my mom. I was playing for Richard White, Mr. Clean. I never forget it. In New Orleans. We went down to New Orleans, and Milton told Clean, was calling Clean, that Liston's church organization, man, they got a great choir. And that's kind of how that all kind of sparked doing that. It's Just an Old Story album. That came because I knew Milton, and Milton was connected to me and my mom and all of that, and Mr. Clean. And that's kind of how but it all kind of stemmed back to my mom, because I was like, nah. And my mom said, no, let's you have to, when God opens a door for you, you should allow that door that God opens for you to give people access to it. Don't keep it for yourself. Always give people access to it. Those are lessons I learned from my mom. Even when I started preaching, I tell y'all this all the time. When I started preaching, I'm coming out the street, and I go tell my dad, the Lord called. I said, I think I'm called to preach. I said, man, I think I'm called to preach. Man, my dad called Deacon Leslie in there and said, tell Deacon what you just said to me. I said, I think I'm called to preach. And they looked at each other and started laughing. And my dad said, the Lord couldn't get nobody better. The Lord couldn't find the Lord couldn't find nobody better than you. And man, that thing hurt me so bad. But I respect my dad and Deacon Leslie. And I went and told my mom. I never forget. I told my mom, I said, Mom, I told Dad that I think I was called to preach. And I thought she was gonna say, well, she said, well, what your dad say? I said, well, he told me that the Lord probably can get somebody better, something like that. And of course she chuckled a little bit. She said, you gotta know my mom. My mom said, well, I'll tell you what, here's the mistake you made. I said, what, Ma? She said, you should have told your dad, I know the Lord called me to preach. You don't think, She said, now you go back and you tell him. I ain't telling him. But now I don't know what my mom went and told my dad later privately. I'll have no idea if she went and sit in the bedroom and said, you hurt my boy. I don't know what she told my dad. I have no idea. But I do know I went back to my dad and I said, Dad, I know the Lord called me to preach, right? He said, what you say? I said, I know the Lord called me to preach. He said, okay, stay right here. Got Deacon Leslie again. He said, tell him what you told me. I said, Deke, I know the Lord called me to preach. And this time I'm confident. I know the Lord. My mama told me to tell him, but my mama told me what to say. Well, he looked at me. He said, okay, next Sunday, you're going to have your trial sermon day.
Wow.
Because we didn't have what was called initial sermons. Mm. We had trial sermons. And my initial sermon, I'll never forget it, was from the book of Philippians, talking about a crooked and perverse generation. And my subject was, I must continue. Mm. I never forget that. But all of that stems from
my
mother.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for my mother. So, my mom is she's played a tremendous role in my life, all of my life, and life is not. I know I can say this without any doubt. Life will not be the same without my mother. It's not going to be the same. It's going to go on, but it's not going to be the same without her. I think in order to keep her legacy, her memory alive, I have to continue. Darren has to continue. Wanda has to continue. All of our families, we have to just continue. And we can't get in that dark hole. We can't get in that dark hole. Well, I got too many people around me anyway. That ain't gonna let me get in that dark hole. I got Tanisha, Darren, on this screen here that always want me to come lay on a couch so she can unpack my thoughts in my mind. So, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Well, I guess what I need to do, let's raise an offering. Let's raise some seed tonight, I guess. Everybody that can sow a $30 seed tonight, I want you to do so. The ways to give, Frankie, can you put those up on the screen? The ways to give, and I'll do this real quickly, and then I'll have Tanisha and Darren give us some final remarks about whatever tonight was, whatever we want to call it. The 4 platforms of giving. $, Cash App, $, 371 Highway, Givelify Highway Church, Zelle, the Highway Church 371 at gmail.com, PayPal, Highway Church. Those are the 4 platforms of giving. I give them to you one more time. Cash App, $, 371 Highway, Givelify, Highway Church, Zelle, the Highway Church 371 at gmail.com, PayPal, Highway Church. Those are the 4 platforms of giving. And the seed challenge tonight is just simply a $30 seed. $30 seed. So you can you can sow your seed now. You can sow your seed now. You can sow your seed now. As you sow, put in the comment section, done with a green check mark. If you want to put a heart with a check mark, that's fine too. It doesn't matter. Just show some love. If you desire to, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Okay. Continue to sow. Console your seed. Continue to sow your seed. Frankie, I guess I should go through the people that have given, those have sown on tonight. Let me thank God for those who have sown your seed on tonight. Mother Stevenson, thank you so much, man. I love you for your seed on tonight. John LaRoda, thank you, John, for your seed on tonight. Veronica Williams, thank you, Veronica, for your seed on tonight. Thank you, Pastor Hattie, for your seed on tonight. Thank you, Beverly. That's one of the Foxworth there. Thank you, Beverly. You know what, Tanisha, Darren, as kids, we used to go to have dinner at members' houses every Sunday when we were growing up in Patterson. And Beverly's mom and her dad, Catherine and Jerome, that was one of the houses that we would go to and have dinner on Sunday afternoon. Now, of course, we went to all of the Foxworth houses, but it's good to see you on, Beverly. Thank you for your seat, Beverly. I love you. Thank you. Who else? Thank you, Yura, for your seed on tonight. Thank you, Sharon, for your seed on tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you, Linda Green. Thank you, Linda, for your seed on tonight. Kim Tucker from Detroit. Thank you, Kim, for your seed. Rolanda Richard. Thank you, Rolanda, for your seed on tonight. Thank you so much. Lawanda, First Lady Lawanda Hinton. Thank you, Lawanda. Thank you for your prayers as well. She's from Chicago. Asaki, one of my newest members. I love you, Asaki. Thank you so much for your seed. Adrian from Virginia. Thank you, Adrian. I love you for your seed. Tina. Thank you, Tina. I got your text. I love you, Tina. I love you so much. Thank you. Tina been checking on me every day. Thank you, Tina. Mike Cologne, my head of security. Good to see you on, Mike. I love you, man. I love you and Crystal, you and your wife. Christine. Hey, Christine, I love you. Thank you for your seed on tonight. Jatan, thank you, Jatan, for your seed on tonight. Gloria Evangelist Moore from Valdosta, Georgia. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Gloria, for your seed on it, and I appreciate you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you for your prayers as well. Thank you. Mother Reels, I love you, Mother. I love you, Mother Reels. Thank you. Mother Reels moved out of state. I love you, Mother. Thank you for your seed on tonight. Can we put the Cash App up one more time, Frankie? Can we put the Cash App up one more time? Either Alicia could put it. Okay, there it is. She could put it in the chat. Cash App $371 Highway. $371 Highway. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Who else is giving, Frankie? Is that it? Okay. Oh, let me thank Pastor Gale. Thank you, Darren. Bishop Gale, thank you for your seed also on tonight. Let me have some final remarks from I guess what I'll do, I'll let the bishop go first this time, and then you, Tanisha. How's that?
Sure thing.
The Bible says in Proverbs 17, verse 17, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. And I just want to encourage every person for us to stand in solidarity with the Paige family. Let us remember the fond memories of Dr. Hazel Paige. And this is the time that we come together. Listen, those of you that are able to make your way next week to be in New York and New Jersey, make the sacrifice. We want to show love. We want to show the Paige family that we love them for their years of service to the community of faith. We want to stand by them, and we are family. So wherever you may be, please, Bishop Paige may not, stress for you to come, but we want to show that we love the Paige family. And I'm telling you very respectfully, the stories that Bishop shared tonight, my God, it's a blessing, Dr. Snowden, to see a family stand together. I'm sure they've had their highs and lows, but could you imagine? This is an example, at least from my perspective, of what family looks like. And so Bishop Liston Paige has served so many of our churches around the country, around the world. Let us be there for them. That's my summation tonight.
Man, thank you so much, man. Tanisha.
My summation is about 13 years ago, Mother Paige was a tremendous blessing to my family's life. I lost my dad and I was 8 months pregnant.
Wow.
And Bishop, you were out of town and you had a lot of stuff going on. So you sent me to her. And I was so emotional because I had such a difficult relationship with him, but I really loved him and we really cared for him. And he didn't have any plans for his burial. And so I was going to blow my entire savings, which I was saving for the baby that was coming in a few weeks, on my father's burial, just to honor the fact that he was my dad and I didn't want it to be messy. And Mother Paige told me off in the most beautiful way. And she basically was like, honey, he chose the life he wanted to live, and you are not going to take that money from that baby, and you are going to do right by him the best you can, even if you got to sell his body to science. Tell him to take it. And because of her wisdom at that moment, because I was so messed up, and I'm the oldest daughter, and I had to travel pregnant, and I wasn't supposed to, her words helped me so that my child could have a crib and all the things that they needed the next month. But I'll never, ever forget that, because I called her back after the funeral and I thanked her. And she was so surprised that I called. And her words were, baby, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I've never, ever heard anybody say that in all the years I've been in church, that it's an honor and this is what I'm supposed to do. And the Lord is going to be with you. And in that same honor, I just want to say, Bishop, we love you. Yes. And we stand as leaders and as members, as family, as friends, in solidarity with you, not just for the funeral and the services, but to walk with you through your healing journey. And I will continue to send you messages, and I promise you that they're not scary, to let you know to take care of yourself, because that's all I would really say, is take care of yourself and don't overthink it, right? But I just wanted to share, we're with you in solidarity, and you're going to get through this.
Yes, absolutely.
But not just because the Lord is with you, but because the Lord allowed Mother Hazel to be in your life. She has created a foundation of strength that's going to continue forward, that we all continue to glean from. Like, she planted all these seeds, and we're the product of these seeds that come from every Paige family member who sows into the ministry. So she's forever living through all of the sacrifice and all of the service that you provide. And then as we grow, we just continue to show more of what she has sown. So we stand with you, and we love you, and we love all of you. Any Paige family member that's On
That's
the
right.
line, we love all of you, and we stand with you.
That's
For
right.
real. And the only way you'll know it's for real is by watching us be present. The
Right.
best way that we know how.
Right. Right.
Well, listen, I appreciate y'all both. I love y'all so very much. Oh, let me say this. We're not going to have, we're supposed to do a pastor's anniversary starting on Friday. I'm going to cancel the virtual piece on Friday. I wanted to cancel Sunday, but my father wants to continue for us to have it on this coming Sunday. So the Shepherd's Care know what their responsibilities are. If you need to contact someone, you probably need to contact I guess it's Frank, Pastor Hattie, Mark, one of them will be able to give you whatever information that you need. Michael Bishop, contact someone about what we're doing. I still think they're gonna still be doing the same thing. I'm not sure, but Sunday is gonna be great. It's gonna be great just to be in church with my family. It's gonna be great to see all you all in person because I wasn't there Sunday, so it's gonna be great to be back just to see all of you on this coming Sunday. So I'm gonna look forward to that. I know y'all are praying for me. Listen, to tell you something real funny, on Saturday, I got a call from Bishop Noel Jones, and I'm pick up the phone, and I happened to be with my dad, and I was crying, and my dad was sniffling some, and I put him on speaker because he wanted to say something to my dad, and he gave us his condolences, and he said, well, we need to pray. So when he started praying, I looked at my phone. I said, is this Noel Jones praying like this? I said, this death thing must be really real. And me and my dad laughed when we got off the phone. But we're getting those type of calls from people everywhere, praying for us and showing us love. And I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative. Jamila Gooding and Fred Gooding, every day. When I say every day, Jamila sends me a heart every day sends me a heart. I love you, Bishop, every day. So this has just been tremendous, and I want to thank all of you again. Thank all of you. I can't say it enough. I want to thank all of you. And again, your words of kindness, Darren and Tanisha, I receive it all. I receive it all. And again, I just got the last post that we're going to connect with the post with all the information on it. And it's going to be released around midnight. So you all, when you wake up in the morning or you stay up tonight, you'll see it on all our social media platforms. You'll see on all our social media platforms. You'll see the formal posts, the announcements, information, whatever you need. And of course, again, Bishop Walker, Florine Lambert, all the people in the offices will have all the information that you need. And if you need to contact anybody, contact them. Any questions that are not answered in the information that we're sending out, please feel free. Reach out to them, and you can reach out to me if you want. It's no problem. Okay. I love you all. Have a great night. I guess, and remember, God gives his best to those that give their best to him. Have a good night. I love y'all. Thank you.
You too, sir. God bless you.
Keep on opening doors. Yeah.
have to say, Lord, you're awesome each and every day. Lord, you're awesome. Gotta keep telling you, Lord, you're awesome. But help me say, oh Lord,
Lord, you're awesome.
everybody say, Lord,
Lord, you're awesome.
keep on making ways for me.
Lord, you're awesome.
I know I don't even deserve it sometimes.
Lord, you're
Come on.
awesome.
If it wasn't for and you did well, I don't know. That's the truth. That's the truth. If it wasn't for and you did well, I don't know. Take it higher, say, Lord, keep on making ways for me. Keep on keeping me healed. Gotta tell you, Lord, if it wasn't for hand it, I don't know. If it wasn't for I could be gone. I don't know. Say, Lord, Lord, you're awesome. We came here just to tell you, Lord, oh, Lord, if it wasn't for and it, I don't know. Wasn't for and it, I don't know. Everybody say, Lord. We're saying, Lord. Shout it from the mountaintop. Lord, you're awesome. Come on. If it wasn't for and it, I don't know. That's the truth. The wonderful and it, I don't know. Everybody put your hands together. Everybody put your hands together. We're gonna change it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Watch. You keep on making a way. You keep on making a way. You keep on making a way. You keep on making a way.
You keep on making a way. You keep on making a way. You keep on making a way.
Come on.
You keep on making a way.
You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up.
You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up. You keep on picking me up.
You keep on saving my life. You keep on saving my life. You keep on saving my life. You keep on saving my life.
You keep on saving my life. You keep on saving my life. You keep on saving my life.
I got another
Keep
one.
on saving my life.
You keep on giving me peace. You keep on giving me peace. You keep on giving me peace. You keep on giving me peace.
You keep on giving me peace. You keep on giving me peace. You keep on
Lord.